So just want to start the documentation. 99 E46. This is the actual vehicle that I met my wife in, took her on our first date in, and it's been gone for 6 years, I would say. Finally acquired it back. Obviously I started a little bit. I just cleaned it. Basically the whole car basically looked like that. That was from the windshield wipers just sitting there, but yeah, the whole car looked like that. Engine bay, everything. I already cleaned it, so I just want to start a little documentation on, like, before and after. Obviously this is a car I'm going to be keeping. I say that all the time with cars, and they end up going bye-bye. But this one, since it has sentimental value, when you first start in a relationship, you don't really know if it's gonna last, or so needless to say, I didn't think nothing of this car leaving when I was only a few months into our relationship. But here we are, almost 7 years later, and we're married now with kids, so yeah, definitely sentimental to me. Need some things. Was missing fan shroud, the fan and the clutch, the pulley here for the tensioner. But other than that, the car is pretty much how I left it. Has H&R lowering springs, 335 wheels. At one point this car did have X6M wheels on it, fucking 20s, that, needless to say, just destroyed the car. It was like a stance build, to say. Got some, I don't know what the hell this is, thinner or something wherever it was parked. This was definitely not while I had it. And it's all over the place, like the trunk, the tail lights, and like literally the trunk is missing chunks of fucking paint. This is straight metal. So it wasn't sitting outside, it was in a garage, but like they just, I guess it was their smoke area. They just would come and smoke in the car, and it sat there, literally just sat there. Interior's a lot better than it was when I got it. It was full of fucking leaves, and all I've basically done so far was vacuum, so seat was not like that. This interior was literally like flawless when I got rid of it, so there's a big story to this car. This car has some history, for sure. Shout out to my boy Josh. Love you, family. Yeah, other than that, this is just basically the before. Car is in desperate need of some life. It does have an M3 bumper. Probably gonna go scrap that. The true goal for this car is to make it a 4-door M3, basically. Something a little better under the hood than what those came with. Not the biggest fan of S54s. They don't sound the greatest, but they're cool. They're awesome engines. I just not the biggest fan of the way they sound. Maybe a turbo or something would make it sound different. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into some clips of the turbo noises on an S54. Don't really see many of those around, so. But an option I was thinking was possibly an N54. I got an N55 over there. I got a M62 in the shed outside, V8, but I don't want to go that route for sure. Yeah, another option would be, I used to have a boosted E46 M3, and I know that platform like very, very well, so maybe M52, S52 maybe. Obviously M52 is going to be a lot more budget friendly, and not that big of a difference once you go to boost. So but yeah, the car is gonna definitely get a big makeover and definitely see some boost in the future. Just don't know what platform to go with yet, really. I guess it's gonna come down to availability and budget at the time of the build. So we'll see. I personally would love to just M52 swap it for the bottom end and boost the shit out of it. Obviously right now M3 sides doesn't have M3 sides. It has ZSP side skirts, or ZHP, whatever you want to say. They're the same fucking thing. Has a ZSP rear bumper. In my opinion, these look a little bit better than the ZHPs. But obviously, if I'm gonna do an M clone, these quarters are fucked anyways, so they need to be widened. M3 rear bumper, those obviously are a little bit wider in this area, so and 4 tips. So but that's the goal for this one. As you can see, quarter panels are literally like, this car did not get rolled fenders before the 20s went on there, so the wheels basically did the clearance for this car, needless to say. But yeah, this car is gonna be around for a long time. So yeah, just want to document the before. Basically, I didn't take no pictures of it when I had it. I think I have like one picture of it sitting in my front yard, and that was like the day I got it. So it sat there for 2 more months. So, and it's barely getting brought in now, and I'm gonna get it running today. So it runs, it just would overheat, and it's leaking a shit ton of transmission fluid because the transmission cooler is destroyed. Something destroyed it. So yep. And transmission wise, in the future, thinking 8 HP. I've had my fair share of manuals, and I've also had my fair share of money shifting. I don't care to do it no more. So yeah, needless to say, this car will be a fucking monster one day.